and there's a correction ahead that will send the Bitcoin price below $13,000. The zero phase called Beacon Chain Network may be launched this December. That the overwhelming interest in the DeFi sector is caused not by the opportunities they should provide. Welcome to the Coin Post. Now, a lot of people are confused that Bitcoin price is falling dramatically, but I think you should be more concerned about the $13 transaction fee. We also have to pay attention to the talks about launching Ethereum 2.0 and whether we're gonna see it at all. In this video, we're gonna talk about the DeFi market, which had a great start and is gonna really disappoint those who's into it and are hoping for a new round of growth. So let's start off by clicking the subscribe button so that YouTube loves this video and this big news spreads to as many crypto adepts as possible. Go on, and then let's look at the latest cryptocurrency trends. Let's dive in. Right away, let's look into these $13 transaction fees, which is incredibly high. Some miners' fees are explained by the fact that their Chinese colleagues disabled the equipment. After China's rainy season ended, low-cost electricity was over too, so businesses had to shut down, and the hash rate dropped from 148 to 97 exahash per second. There are two solutions to this. The first one is to wait until the Bitcoin difficulty has been recalculated. The second is to wait for the miners to move to other neighborhoods with cheap electricity and get back to work. But there's also a third solution. If the Bitcoin price goes up, the miners will go back online too. There are a few nuances here though. A trader and analyst, Alessio Rastani, which hasn't been on our channel for a while, believes that the Bitcoin price is in the danger zone due to an attempt to break through the upward channel. He shows that historically, in most cases, such a thing is false. First, Bitcoin tries to hold on to above the line, then makes a second attempt, and then makes a correction. As you know, Bitcoin hit a new 2020 high, getting above 14K, and that seems to be the breakthrough Alessio was talking about. Now, on Monday, November 2nd, we saw the transition to the red zone. So his scenario may be working, and there's a correction ahead that will send the Bitcoin price below $13,000. But don't panic. Alessio in his latest video said that all this media hype about the stock market and Bitcoin could be a smokescreen. Besides, Bitcoin is now showing a strong tendency to break correlation with S&P 500. And October and December for Bitcoin are considered strong months when it gets ready for new growth. So, in Alessio Rastani's understanding, this is not a fall, but a great opportunity to buy Bitcoin. You once requested a video about Ethereum and how would the 2.0 version affect it, especially the miners. I'm thinking of making a video like this later in the months, and in the meantime, let's talk about it briefly. Here's the latest info about Ethereum 2.0. The zero phase called Beacon Chain Network may be launched this December. Initially, they wanted to do it in the summer, but because of the many failures when testing the network, they kept putting it off. And they're kinda ready to do it now. So will Beacon Chain affect Ethereum and the miners? The answer to that question is no, it won't, because Phase 0 is actually another testing network, only with actual Ether coins. It will have a proof-of-stake algorithm, staking and validators, but it's actually one big test. And all current economic activity will remain on an active network. And only within time, as the other phases of the 2.0 migration start, will the current Ethereum network merge with the new version of the POS algorithm. But it won't be a month, it won't be 6 months, or even not a few years. Because the complete fusion of the two chains will become possible only after economic activity is fully transferred to the new version of the blockchain platform. And given how long we've been waiting for the Phase 0 and we still haven't seen it, we can predict that the test of the updates will also be delayed. More importantly, after the Beacon Chain launch, you will be able to transfer your own Ethers to take part in the staking or to try out as a validator. Mind that this is a one-way ticket, and you won't be able to take your coins back to the POW-based network. The Ethereum network is expecting another major upgrade in January next year, called Berlin. It should optimize the operation of the network, which in theory will help speed up transactions and bring their fees to a normal value. What it won't do is optimize the interaction between Ethereum blockchains on POW and POS algorithm, which once again shows that the developers are taking their time to complete the 2.0 version, and that we have lots of time on our hands. And I want to remind you that at the beginning of the video I asked you to click the subscribe button. You can still do it, and I'm moving on to the decentralized finance. Let's be honest. Who needs decentralized finance? I mean, is there anyone here interested in getting loans in cryptocurrency through smart contracts? Or maybe you want to tokenize real assets for further trading? You can pause the video, think about it, and leave a comment. Because I have a suspicion that the overwhelming interest in the DeFi sector is caused not by the opportunities they should provide, but by the desire to make a profit by mining liquidity and pumping DeFi tokens during listing on the exchanges, especially on large ones like Binance or Bitfinex. As you can see, if the second option proves to be right, the process cannot go on forever, and the projects that got famous because of the excitement about listing will not keep growing in value on their own because they need a new hype. As a result, we see the following picture. The token price of the leading decentralized exchange Uniswap dropped from $7 to $2. There was hope for the huge stir due to the distribution of an extra 5 million tokens by Uni, but the initiative didn't win enough votes. So there won't be another freebie yet. With other famous DeFis, things are not going well either. For example, compound tokens got cheaper in the last months, from $124 to $93. Another top project, yfii, fell this month from $56 to $31. Or take Synthetics Network, which on September 1st was at a high price of almost $8 and now costs only $2.5. But the most important psychological blow was Yearn Finance, which price dropped below 10k at the end of October. Its main developer, Andrew Kroner, is actively making new smart contracts and has far-reaching plans for the DeFi industry. The traders watch his actions closely and instantly pump new tokens, even if they're just tests and cost nothing at all. But he should have taken over the main project, because it was the flagship of the entire DeFi movement. And when I said earlier that when certain conditions are fulfilled, the yearn finance rate could skyrocket even $100,000, I meant what I said at that time. But the circumstances are different now. They've changed, and the high wave is fading away, and the newcomers don't rush into DeFi when they see how cheap the tokens of the main projects are. And let's have a few more coins. The first is DFI money, which used to cost $7.5 thousand, and today it's only $1,290. I know that it's very important to a lot of people in the coin post community, and maybe showing it in the video might help the project. I would also point out SushiSwap. There is a lot of talk, hope, and scandals about it, but if you look at the price chart today, it looks like a classic scam. No offense to the project, of course, I'm just looking at the chart. To sum up, without a new wow effect that could light the DeFi bonfire, the sector may become the shortest hype in the history of cryptocurrency. First there was ICO, then IEO, and now DeFi. Interestingly, each of these stories is starting to sink much faster than the last one. Subscribe to the channel please, and ring the bell if you're enjoying this video and don't want to miss the new episodes. And that's it for today, thanks for watching. It's the Coin Post channel. Subscribe and get enlightened.